YouTube, what's going on? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing great as usual. Thank you so much again, guys, for all your support. Thank you for your patience with this video. I know you guys have definitely been waiting. Let's get right into it, guys. I don't want to take too much of your time, man, because you guys already know, you guys already been looking at all the videos, all the reviewers. I'm just going to get straight into it, man. I have the 77-inch Samsung S90D to the left. I also have the 83-inch LG G5 to the right. We are playing a physical disc DVD player through a Panasonic. And I'm going to just show you really quick. I reset all the settings on the S90D, and I haven't even really gotten to even customize my own settings with the LG G5. So that's going to be pretty much at default. I mean, I did do the basics with both TVs, energy saver off, put them on their warmest temperature, just like the basic things. But as far as the black levels, shadow details, and things like that, I really wanted to just keep this side by side, basically at default settings, besides what I was just referring to just now. So that's all I just want to say. But anyways, I'll show you guys so you can see on your own. And then I will flip back and forth between some of the presets. And just keep in mind that when you do choose certain presets, it also does have an effect on certain settings that either turn on, engage, or turn off, or whatever. So, but we're gonna play it just like that. So anyways, let's go to the excuse me, the S90D, and I'm just gonna kind of just show you guys really quick right now. We're in dynamic mode. I wanted to start off with that. Let's go to all settings, and let's just go to your expert settings. And then as you can see, when you go to dynamic mode, it basically pushes color all the way up to 30. Clarity on auto, contrast enhancer is high, HDR tone mapping is active, and then color tone is cool, and gamma, of course, is 2084 since we're in HDR. And there you go, shadow details, all that stuff is kind of, color booster is actually surprisingly off at default for dynamic. I'm actually surprised about that. And there you go. So that's what you're at right now. And again, that will change when you go through your picture settings, picture presets as well. So let me just go to the LG G5. And I'll show you we are in vivid. We're going to go all the way up. Let's that roll. Advanced. And you will see brightness, black levels, dynamic tone mapping on, expression enhancer is on. And then let's go to color. 70. Oof. And then color gamut native. Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry. I just want to show you where temperature is at. Cold 50. Woo! So all you guys who like vivid, that's for you right there. That's, again, that's default, guys. And then let's go to clarity. As you can see, clarity I think stays the same no matter what preset you're in, to be honest with you. I didn't really look, to be honest with you, though. So as you guys can see, I'm not really messing around with the settings right now. I think this video is just showing you what the TV can do out of the box. Obviously, when you purchase these TVs, the whole point of purchasing these TVs is really to be able to customize them to your personal liking, to your personal settings at home. Everybody has a different setup at home. Some people have light control, some people don't. So it's all going to depend on where you live and what your personal preference is, what your primary use case is, obviously, things like that. For me, I'm big on HDR, 4K physical disc movies. I just feel like you're kind of doing yourself a disservice if you don't get yourself at least a decent really decent or a really decent 4K HDR physical disc player. I think when you're streaming, yeah, it's nice to stream, but I just feel like it doesn't really give you the full experience of what these TVs are capable of doing when you're streaming. Even in 4K HDR, it just doesn't have that bandwidth, that clarity that a physical disc provides for these types of TVs. So just kind of wanted to at least recommend that to you guys. Anyways, so I know I'm comparing a last year TV to current model year TV, and I don't have the S90F yet. I am getting that TV, so we'll be doing more comparisons with that. But I just thought that this would be a nice side by side. I don't really consider this an actual comparison, but more of like a reference, because I know there's a lot of people there out there still considering last year's TVs. And honestly, guys, we're really talking premium or best of the best TVs out there right now. So like, you know, if you're going to want to save some money and go with a 2024, you're really splitting hairs and you're not missing out entirely too much. Yes, there are refinements. Yes, there are fine tunes. And yes, there is brightness upgrades and things like that. But it's really going to depend on what you're watching, what you're doing, things like that, whether you're a big sports fan, whether you're a gamer, whether you're a movie buff, and what your preferences are too. So just keep that in mind. So what I like may not be what you like, and what you like may not be what I like. So, you know, this is just basically giving you some consumer experience. As you guys know, I'm definitely not a professional, and I'm just enthusiast. I purchased these TVs because this is what I like. I work hard, I work tons of hours, and when I get home, this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? I just want to enjoy my space and my time. And, you know, and I think home entertainment is a big deal. And, you know, I think that whoever watches these videos and every other TV videos, we're all on the same page when it comes to that. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, so I'm just going to really talk about things that I notice. Let's go ahead. I'm going to... Oh, sorry, guys. I'm going to switch back. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's go to connected. I know it says PS5 there, but it's not the PS5. It's just the last preset. And all I did was just take the PS5 HDMI and plugged it into the DVD player, and it still stayed in the same port in the splitter. So that's why it says that. It never changed. And then I'll obviously show you guys that I am on the Panasonic DVD. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to switch to something that you guys probably want to see primarily, and that's cinema. And just to let you guys know, cinema for the G5 has definitely, and again, this is my personal opinion, compared to the G4, obviously the G5 has more headroom to get brighter. I don't really see a big difference between, as far as brightness goes, not so much color. I do see a color difference still, but I don't see a brightness difference between cinema and standard. I really like cinema mode now in the G5. I'm never a fan of cinema. I'm never a fan of Filmmaker personally. I feel like those modes were too dim, and it was just way too much sacrifice for details or creator's intent. I just not a fan of that reference-based viewing, especially at home. I mean, I have a projector for that, a 4K HDR projector, and if I want to really get that type of vibe, that type of mood, I will pop that on. It's a 120-inch screen that I have, and I have some surround sound to connect to it, and that's going to be my movie theater like vibe. I feel like you know, the raised blacks and that not so great contrast to me really should not look like the way that looks on a TV. I feel like if you get a projector, it definitely has more of that vibe, more of that movie like feel, that cinematic feel. So that's why I have that projector. So but now I do like the way cinema modes look because they're just, to me, in my personal opinion, they might not be as reference based because they are a lot brighter and they're able to maintain details on top of that even more. So just wanted to point that out. But anyways, let's go ahead and switch to Filmmaker. Filmmaker looks amazing, by the way, on the S90D. I haven't actually changed any updates yet for both TVs. I'm on like update 1120 for the S90D, and I don't even know what the update is. I haven't even connected the LG G5 yet to the internet. You guys got to remember, I'm still in my early stages with the LG G5. I'm still learning the TV, so I'm just kind of, you know, having you view these TVs along my side by side with me on my experience, just kind of growing with the TV and learning it. Which, again, I said this on my last video, I'll say it again. When you guys purchase any premium TV or any TV at that for that matter, you're gonna be able to customize your settings. What I recommend before you do so is honestly just just flip through your presets and watch a movie or two, watch a show or two, stream, do some low bitrate streaming, 1080p, play video games in a bunch of different presets, original, RPG, FPS. It will definitely help you after, I would say, give it like a good month or so and just really, you know, analyze your TVs in those presets. It will help you kind of basically come up and gather your own idea of what you want your TV to look like. I mean, in your person, and then you can go to your user selection and just customize your settings. I mean, that's what I do. And again, that's what I just recommend doing too. I mean, unless you're a set it and forget it kind of person, kind of don't even recommend buying a premium TV with that type of mentality. I think that, you know, these TVs are designed to really make them what you want them to be. So I'm going to go ahead and I just want to show you guys one of the biggest things that I noticed with the LG G5 that I really, really like a lot. So let's go here. All right, guys. So there was a time with LG that, sorry, I'm just going to let that just time out that timer bar there. There was a time with the LG brand within itself where the LG OLED technology was the best at what they did, but they definitely lacked, because of the WOLED technology, they definitely lacked color. And the brighter they got, the more washed out a picture looked, a scene looked. So that has really kind of gone away for the most part. And we're getting a lot closer to QD OLED technology with really, really good high-end processing. I do like the S90D. The S95F looks to be a promising TV. The brightness looks insane. And one of the biggest issues that I've had with the LG G5, or I'm sorry, with the LG G3 or 2, both the 2, the 3, the LG G4, is the tone mapping. For some reason, I just felt like made backgrounds, highlights look soft. You can still see some details, but it looks soft, and no matter what you did, whether you adjusted black levels, white levels, whatever you did with color, it's still, for some reason, it was just the tone mapping. And with DTM on, I'm just specifically talking about dynamic tone mapping. It was good for what it was, but it just didn't have like that clarity that like a QD OLED's tone mapping had. And I feel like right now, it's definitely like right on par, if not better. But again, I don't have the S90F and I don't have the S95F, so I can't really speak on it on that. I have a feeling that those TVs are only going to get better with their tone mapping as well. When you have more headroom, you have to readapt the tone mapping, is my guess. You really can't keep it the same because the tone mapping of last year was based off of, you know, a TV that couldn't get as bright, basically. So I feel like the more headroom you have, the more you have to adjust the tone mapping to compensate and, not clip and things like that. So I really, really like dynamic tone mapping right now with the LG G5. Just wanted to point that out. The specular highlights are able to maintain details, whether it's foreground or background. And that was like the issue that I was having a lot with the G5. So I just wanted to point that out. Right now, as you can see, this is a mode that is probably going to be closest to accurate, closest to creator's intent. And as you can see, it looks phenomenal. Like with the LG G5, there's really not that much sacrifice in brightness. And the image just looks like it's popping out of the screen. Like if you look at Optimus Prime here in the Bumblebee movie, it's just a different ball game within itself. It's just a different level right now. So I just have this thing with the LG G5 where the A11 processor is amazing. I mean, honestly, guys, like if you compare this to the best processors in the world, which could be, Pioneer, Sony, honestly, guys, like I don't, I think it's like either very, very equal or maybe a smidge better nowadays with the LG G5. I know the Sony Bravia Mark 8 II is a phenomenal looking TV. I mean, it's Sony with QD OLED. It's gotten brighter. Their colors look phenomenal through all the reviews that I've seen. But, it only goes up to a 65-inch. So if you're looking for anything larger like 7783, you're out. It's going to be either a Samsung or an LG. And this is why people want to see those types of comparisons. So I will tell you just right off the bat, with the TV still being new to me, not messing around or setting my own settings and not really fine-tuning anything, the LG G5 looks amazing. So just wanted to kind of show you as an example here, because this is a close-up of Optimus Prime. And in this movie, I mean, I've never seen a better looking image of Optimus Prime in my entire life besides like with the LG G5. It just, I don't know what else to say. It's just outright. It takes the movie. This is a movie from like, I think, 2018 or 19. This is a movie where like it brings a whole new life to watching it through the G5. So I just wanted to kind of, express some of what I personally seen with that, with the LG G5. So let's go ahead and move to another scene that I do want to speak about here. We're going to go ahead and just move a little forward here. All right. And we're going to skip to a certain scene right here. All right, guys. So again, you have to remember, we are in Cinema and Filmmaker, right? Guys, look at how nice and bright and beautifully colored the LG G5 is without even having to do anything to the settings. Like, this is literally out the box, as you guys know. So I don't know how to explain it, but if you want more brightness, obviously you can get more brightness. I know that this is probably not the most perfectly accurate preset in the world here, because you really need a calibrator if that's what you're looking for. But guys, out the box, it's just something about LG's processing that brings out so much detail that is really ridiculous. Like, all right, if you look at Bumblebee's eyes, right? Like, you can literally see through them. I know you can't really tell through the camera, but it's not as easy to see through them in the S90D. And the crazy part is it's close. The S90D still looks phenomenal. You can still see like some really good shadow details and things like that. And the S90D is definitely no slouch. I'm a proud owner of it. As you can see, I still have the TV. And I love the TV, but if I have the two side by side and I'm just like watching an entire movie just to really analyze and speculate, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, my eyes automatically just get drawn to the LG G5. I even asked my son when I was gaming, I was playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I was like, which TV do you like better? I mean, right away, he just pointed to the LG G5 without knowing really anything too much about TVs, and he doesn't really pay attention like I do. I mean, he loves the technology. He thinks it looks cool and stuff like that, but that's like as far as it goes with him, just like kind of like the average person. So, you know, that's what the LG brings to the table right now, guys. Just the level of details, the level of clarity is definitely a step up, and I don't know if it has to do with the extra headroom, with I don't know if they refined, to be honest with you, dynamic tone mapping. I don't know what they've done with their tone mapping behind the scenes, even with dynamic tone mapping off. It still looks amazing, guys. It's definitely a sight to see. It's just an enjoyment to have at home. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna press play, and I want to show you guys one scene that really sticks out to me heavily. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, yep, this is, I believe, the scene right here. Oh, a little bit more. Yeah, right here. All right, guys, so you see that hologram popping out of Optimus Prime's arm right there, guys. Now, this is where I feel like another improvement LG has made. Like, these images in the past weren't ever as clear and as sharp as they look today. Now they're at like equal to like QD OLED level, with that extra LG G5 clarity, that extra LG G5 secret sauce that they have. I mean, not only is it more clear, but it literally looks like it's leaping out of the screen. Like, it looks like it's coming towards me, towards my my eyes. Like, it just looks like it's just popping out of the screen. So it's really nice to have that. I might be a little overexposed in the image. I don't want to mess around with it too much with the camera. But in person, guys, it's leaping out of the screen. It's definitely different. So just wanted to kind of point that out. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch this to a different preset just so to show you guys something right here. We're going to go to standard. All right. And again, guys, I know that we're just really messing around with presets right now. We don't really have the TV dialed in at all, but this is really an out the box, just kind of show you guys what the TVs are natively capable of doing. All right, so oh, I don't know, I'm totally in the wrong mode here. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's go here, and now we are in standard, and there you go. So as you guys can see, they both look amazing. Again, I don't really think anyone's complaining, guys. We are really talking about top-of-the-line TVs here, and they're going to look good no matter what. But this is where, again, you're not really losing detail in standard mode, going brighter with the LG G5. It's just not happening. You're going to be able to even make it better than this by fine-tuning your black levels, by fine-tuning your tone mapping, colors, you know. So you can take it a step further with just, again, just getting an idea of what you want your personal experience to look like. But as you guys can see, what I see LG's trying to do is basically, no matter what preset you choose, I think like behind the scenes, they want to make sure that you're not losing detail. They want to make sure you're not losing clarity. They want to make sure that they have the best processing to be able to handle those things, no matter how bright the TV you get the TV to be, how dark the TV is that you get the TV to be, whether you're crushing details like black, or whether you darken your black levels, things like that. That's what LG G5 has shown me so far of what their TV can do, the LG G5 can do. That's what I'm seeing, and I haven't even really played around with the settings yet for gaming, for movies, anything. I'm still learning what these TVs are actually capable, what the LG G5 is capable of doing. And it's fun. It's just fun, really just observing what the presets can do first and then going from there. That's the fun part about these TVs. You spend a good amount of money, your hard-earned money. You should be able to just kind of sit back and just enjoy customizing your settings and learning your TV. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. I just want to show you kind of one or two more scenes here, all right, guys? And we're going to go... All right, so now, yeah, this is the scene right here. All right, so right here. All right, so guys, again, we are in standard mode, and this is one of the brighter of the preset modes, and the LG G5 can maintain, like, the flames look so much more realistic with the shadow details. Like, they look layered, they look textured, and still with really bright highlights that are not out of proportion in standard mode. They are not clipping, they are more managed, more tightly knit, while still being bright at the same time. So it's just like, it's more fine-tuned. And this is dynamic tone mapping right here, guys. So this is just kind of what I was trying to really explain. Like, if you look at the smoke over here compared to over there, it looks like you can just see more detail in the actual flames. Same thing over here. You still can see details, but it's kind of clipped in standard mode. So now let's go to cinema mode, or I'm sorry, filmmaker for the S90D. All right. And then all of a sudden, now you're able to really maintain more details, but at the sacrifice of brightness, whereas the LG is in standard mode, and you can still see it's managing that same level of detail in standard mode. So let's go ahead and go to filmmaker mode. Oh, I'm sorry, cinema. All right, guys, so there you go. And now, there you go. So in order to, the crazy part is that there looks like there is more detail, obviously, in filmmaker mode in the S90D. I think that has a lot to do with not being able to get as bright because it's a 2024 TV. I have a feeling that if you get the S95F, it's probably going to be closer to what the LG G5 looks like, since it's a more comparable TV. But at the same time, it looks amazing. You're still able to manage details in both. I do tend to kind of like the way the S90D looks better in this particular preset. But again, The LG G5 just shows that it's no longer a step behind being able to get bright highlights out there. And comparing it to like a QD OLED, I think that we can kind of basically agree that it's closer to QD OLED colors than it ever has been, which I'll show you in another scene. So we're going to go ahead and skip. Let's see. I just want to show you guys right here. And then we're going to go backwards. All right, so now, oh, sorry. All right, so we're going a little bit more. All right, so now we're going to just wait until here. All right, so I'm going to do a close-up really quick. Right now, I just want to show you guys something that, and this is going to be kind of like the last thing I do want to show you. Maybe I do also want to show you another thing, but just really quick here, guys. I'm going to get up. All right, so this is something that you're not going to be able to see through the camera, so that's why I want to do a close-up. So the word Bumblebee, right? Like, it's actually still kind of hard to see, but it's hard to explain. But the word Bumblebee with a full black background just looks more 3D in the LG G5 than it does in the S90D. And the letters through the yellow letters just look more clear and transparent. Like you can see through them more. Like you can see these finer details in the background more than you can in the S90D. Now I'm going to go ahead and just bring you to here, the S90Ds. You can see they're kind of softer in the background right there, and it's not as transparent or clear, but it still looks amazing, don't get me wrong. But again, we're going to compare it one more time, and as you can see, there's just more definition in the background and the inside of the letters right there. So that's all I kind of really wanted to make a point of. And then colors just have improved, man. I mean, I would much rather be a lot closer to QD OLED colors with much better, I don't want to say much better processing, but better processing than better colors and not as good processing. So that's kind of how I feel when it comes to Samsung versus LG. I just feel like it's, that's just a personal preference if I had to choose one. But since I have both, those are things that I notice. It's all about the processing and how LG and Samsung conduct their processing. So let me see if there was something else that I did want to show you guys, and I forgot what scene it was that I noticed pretty quickly when I was going through watching this movie. I felt like I was kind of like impressed with LG. And let's see. Yeah, we're gonna stop right. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. And then we're gonna here. All right, so right here. All right. So guys, this is a good example of natural backgrounds and burst of flames and explosions at the same time. For me, it was something where LG was kind of lacking in the past, but as you can tell now, it doesn't really even matter what kind of what kind of preset you're in. Let me just see if I can plant my phone down here, and then it doesn't really matter what preset you're in. You're going to get this level here of detail. So like you're gonna get brighter, more natural colors in the LG G5 now than ever. And I think for people who are more of a purist, that's what you're gonna go for. That's kind of just all I really wanted to state. It's something that I've just noticed like right away when I was watching this movie. I was like, oh wow, like this not only is more lifelike than it ever was, and it has more pop than it ever was, it's also more natural than it ever was and sharper than it ever was. So, you know, those are just things that I'm noticing, guys. So I'm just here to just kind of share my experience with these two TVs, guys. That's really about it. I don't want to take too much of your time. I do appreciate it. Just to show you guys that I am on a DVD player, because I know it said I'm on a PS5 when I know for a fact I'm obviously not. As I'm going to go ahead and show you. Hit home. And then there you go. It's going to flip right to the menu right there. And then we'll go back to video. And then you can see that I'm back on Bumblebee. So it's probably going to go back to the beginning of the movie though, so I don't want to get flagged. But yeah. Yep, so that's it. So guys, that's about it. I will definitely make another video, and we will catch up. And I'm excited about the LG G5. I can't wait to put it in the center of my living space. It's going to take me some time. The TVs are heavy, so I got to find more time. But anyways, guys, again, I really appreciate it. Please let me know if you have any questions, any comments. I'm excited to show you guys the TV, and I will see you on the next one. Later.